TGIF. Welcome back to the series Freelancing Fridays. Now, in the last video, I told you who a freelancer was and gave you 7 things you would need to get started as a freelancer. Now, important to note, even though that I am a full-time freelancer, it's not something that you have to start doing full-time immediately. It can also be a good way for you to supplement your 9-to-5 income. So let's get started. Today, I will be telling you about 7 services that you can offer as a freelancer. And we'll be starting with virtual assistant. Now, an assistant in a day-to-day business would be the one maybe answering the phones, scheduling appointments, responding to emails, and you can still offer that service from the comfort of your home. In today's platform, you can do all of that plus more over the internet. And so virtual assistant is actually a service that people will have demand for, especially startup businesses, new entrepreneurs who are just overwhelmed with everything it takes to run a business. Next on the list, we have social media management. Social media has become a big thing in promoting business, and a lot of people just don't have the energy to manage their business's social media page. So if you are good with creating content and managing a social media page, responding to client inquiries, keeping the page fresh and active, this is a service that you could offer, and it is a service that's actually in demand. Next on the list, we have transcription. Now, what is transcription? Transcription is basically taking an audio file and turning it into words. So for this video, for example, you would sit down and type everything that I've said in this video so I would have it back. Now, a lot of people do this, especially those who do presentations, so they can have it to refer to as notes. Now, let's move on. Our next service that we can look to offer is tutoring. Are you good at a particular subject? Do you just have a knack for mathematics? Then this is a service that you could offer. A lot of people are on the internet looking for someone to help them in a subject that they are struggling with. So if you have exceptional expertise in a subject area, you could go ahead and offer tutoring as a freelance service. Another service that you could offer is data entry. Now, that would mean taking information from one form and putting it into another form. For example, I may have some numbers that I need to put in a spreadsheet, but I just don't have the time. This is where you would come in. You would be paid to take that information and put it in the spreadsheet for me. You could also be transferring a file from a PDF content to Word content and vice versa. And this is something that people actually pay to get done. Next, we have video editing. Now, content creation has become a big thing, and behind every good content, there is a video editor. A lot of people just don't have the time or the energy to plan the content, create the content, record the content, and then go ahead and edit. That's where you would come in. If you have a knack for video editing software, you can go ahead and offer this service to content creators. So you would sit down, they would send you the content, you would sit down and you would go through it and you would edit it. You would take out the little knickknacks that they don't want, change their voice, whatever it is that they require, that is where you would come in. Last but not least, we have cold calling. Now, if you follow me on YouTube, you would know that this is one of the services I started out as offering. Cold calling is basically you calling several businesses to offer your client services to them. These are people you would not have had any previous experience talking to, and so it is your duty to sell your clients' services. So if you have a good knack for sales, you know how to sell, you can sell glasses to a blind man, then cold calling could be for you. These are just 7 of the numerous amount of services that you can offer as a freelancer on the internet. You can do this in your spare time, as I said, as a supplemental income to your 9-to-5, or you can go ahead and do it full time if you have the opportunity to do so. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.